Hey everybody, z-scores to percents. I was going to do NBAC, but we didn't. So there's the assignment. A z-score, sometimes a standardized score, standardized test statistic. And it's how many standard deviations you are away from the mean. So if you're like one standard deviation higher, your z-score is 1. If you're 2 standard deviations higher, your z-score is 2. If you're half a standard deviation higher, it's half. The standard normal curve is what we end up changing everything to in order to solve problems. You basically take real data like the push-ups in class and change it into a z-score. So our goals, we take regular data, we'll change it into a z-score, and then change it into a percent of probability with the calculator. I'll teach you this later, probably tomorrow or the next day, but the calculator stuff is what's important for now. So z-score 2%. So an example would be what percent of data in a normal distribution is below a z-score of 1.25. So I always draw a picture first. I know 1.25 somewhere to the right because 0 is in the middle. And then I'm like, all right, so the highest z-score in this range, I shaded the area that I wanted. The highest z-score in this range is 1.25. The lowest is off into a negative infinity, but there's no button for that, so I'm just going to put negative 1,000 in my calculator. And then I will show a calculator video for these examples in a second, and I'll do a table video. But basically, we need... Shoot, I have to pause this. All right, continue with the calculator. So here we go. We need, once we find our upper and lower value, we hit our second button, then vars, then normal CDF. You type in your lower and your upper value. So my lower value is negative 1,000 or 10,000. Really, any really low value would work. My higher value is 1.25. Leave those the same. You hit enter, and it'll tell us, so that's 0.89. So 0.89 is the probability that I land below that. It's the area below that, or if I change it into a percent, it's 89% of the data is below z-score of 1.25. Last thing is if you don't have that menu pop up, if you don't have that menu pop up when you go to normal CDF, this menu might not pop up on your calculator if it's a little older. What you can do is you can type in, you actually don't need the 0 and 1. You can type in normal CDF, negative 1,000, comma, which is right above the 7, comma, and then 1.25, and you get it. And then it's reversed. If you go in above, you'll have a lower boundary but not a higher boundary. You could type in normal CDF and then lower, higher, and you would get it.